How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. The Houston Texans have drafted now former Ohio State Buckeye quarterback CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, I felt like as an Ohio State fan, was waiting on this guy to just get unleashed, be allowed to run that football a little bit and maneuver out of the pocket. It was something I thought he was more than capable of doing. And finally, we seen him kind of be given the keys to the castle and said, hey, if you got to do it, do it. Those last couple games at Ohio State, and those last couple games that really catapulted this guy up draft boards across the league, and it landed him on the Houston Texans. And again, as an Ohio State fan, first quarterback really in my lifetime that we've seen this highly touted out of college. And now the question is this the fit for CJ Stroud? Is this the place CJ Stroud will succeed in? I think Carolina was obvious. No offense to Houston, but I thought Carolina was a great fit. The offensive line was there. They had some offensive weapons on. If you look at Houston, they do got some guys over there that can protect the quarterback, which is important. I think a lot of, the biggest mistake here is we see a lot of teams go through is they try to draft the quarterback with no offensive line, and it destroys them in their confidence going straight out the gate. But I think Houston proved last year, Davis Mills, middle of the pack as far as sacks were concerned last season. What does concern me, though, is the pass game. His weapons, more specifically. Is Nico Collins going to step up, third-year wide receiver? Are we leaning a lot on veteran wideout Robert Woods? Because that's it. He had better NFL talent with him at Ohio State, being quite frank. And that's something you got to be worried and concerned about. Is he going to be able to transition to the NFL without these players? I think, again, we've seen him do it without Jackson Smith and Jigma. We've seen him do it without Marvin Harrison Jr. So I think he's proven, like, hey, even without some of my guys, I can go out there and move that football up and down the field. And I think if you add that ability to run the ball, he's going to be a different player. And again, you can lean on Dameon Pierce. I mean, this is a guy who was a great football player coming out of college last season for Houston. And then you look at what they did, trading up for the third overall pick. And they go after Will Anderson Jr., a defensive linebacker, can rush the quarterback, stud. This team's trying to build a defense, it's trying to build an offense, and I think it definitely starts with, again, the offensive line. It starts with the run game, and it starts with the defense when you want to help a quarterback succeed early, because you don't want those games to get into a blowout where he's always forced into passing downs. He can't run and lean on the running back to kind of get in the groove of things. And I think this team's trying to build a defense, trying to build an offense. It's really, from that perspective, it is a good fit that they are trying to worry about and work on multiple positions. The Texans are to try and put Stroud in the best position possible. Because I think for sure, best position possible for this guy, any quarterback coming out of college, is, hey, let me get a run game that we can lean on, and let me get a good defense that keeps us in the football game. So again, the pressure isn't always on the quarterback to force plays. The pressure isn't always on the quarterback to bring them back into games. It gives him a chance to kind of ease himself into the offense. Again, I'd like to see Houston, it's draft night, or day one draft night, like to see Houston try to bring in some weapons here out wide for CJ Stroud. But besides that, I think the tools are there. Any team top 5 pick, like, there's holes in the team. Let's not mistake it. Unless you're a team, again, like Carolina, that traded up, there's typically going to be a lot of holes on a team. But you can bring a quarterback in, you bring in the best defensive player in your eyes, if you're the Texans in a draft, you bring in your quarterback, you bring in the best defensive player, and you got two really good cornerstones moving forward. We'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic to see what Stroud can do with the Texans. Love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.